So my name's Craig Ledbetter. I work for Vino Farms, LLC. It's a family-operated business. I'm in the third generation of that family business. Vino Farms farms wine grapes all over California, as far south as the Los Alamos area, which is in Santa Barbara County, to as far north as Mendocino County. My family has been in this business since 1972. My family has been in California agriculture since the 40s. I'm third in this particular industry, but fourth as a California farmer. We're standing in the Lodi Appellation, on the very eastern edge of that Lodi Appellation. And the sub-AVA of this appellation is referred to as the Borden area. The Borden area is known for red varietals that a lot of North Coast wineries like to purchase, as well as we have some white varietals that do very well on this property. This particular property is 142 planted acres of organically farmed vineyard. And on this property, we have Petite Syrah, Primitivo, Verdelho, Graciano, Grenache Blanc, Chardonnay, and Albarino. So quite a mix of varietals for the property. And you can see as the background, it's very hilly. You're in the lower foothills of the Sierras, of the Sierra Nevadas. You have a nice warm day, but you get these winds that come in on a daily basis that blow in cool air through the Carquinez Straits. So you get air directly out of San Francisco Bay that cools this entire region off. So you will have your daytime highs that help with, creating the characteristics that people are looking for and the characteristics that winemakers are looking for within their wine. Then you have the nighttime cooler weather that blows in cool air that allows those vines to not stress overnight. So you have a huge diurnal effect. So 40 to 45 degrees a day from your high to your low. And that is what creates quality in the wine grapes. In Lodi, the growers and a third party have come together and created a program that is called the Lodi Rules Program, and it's a third-party certified sustainable program. So in 1995, the foundation for Lodi Rules was started with the Lodi Grower Workbook. And my dad was part of helping get that book written, along with our IPM director at that point in time by the name of Mike Vale. That was a very, very good program, but we said, how can we get something that is better and can be certified and can stand up to things? So in 2005, my sister was part of the original Lodi Rules Committee that helped write the entire Lodi Rules for Sustainable Farming book. So when you talk about wine grapes and its potential impact on our environment, when we talk about water consumption and pesticides being used and sprayed on not on these particular vines, because this is organic, but in general, wine grapes is probably one of the best crops for environmental safety that there is. Down your centers is fertility cover crop that's planted, which is helping put minerals and nutrients and everything back in the ground that the vines suck out of the ground. And so it's a fertility cover crop that will never it will never probably get disked into the ground. It gets mowed and it lays there, and with rain and it breaks down and it then feeds into the soil, and it becomes our organic material right back into the soil, which then helps produce a healthier fruit. So when you look at the word sustainable and how I would define it, I'm defining it as financially sound. It's being done with environmental sensitivity, and it's being done to take care of the employees that we pay. And I am leaving it in a better position than how I found it for my son, as it was left for me. California ag is well, clearly it's important to everyone because you guys all eat. The reason we're invested in it is it's what our family knows and what our family believes in. And agriculture is always going to be here in some form or another. And if you're going to be in agriculture, you might as well be in an area where it's absolutely needed. Without California agriculture, it's not just the United States that doesn't eat, it's parts of the world that don't eat. And what you can do here in California, you can't do in 47 or 46 other states. It's always had its struggles when it comes to agriculture, and we always seem to figure it out because first off, there's a strong desire of that life. Families that farm are families that farm, and that's what they choose to do, and that's how they choose to live. So it's a way of life, and so we learn how to adapt.